So, another day, another video. So, if you recognize the hat, you might know what this is about if you haven't seen the title, which you probably have. So, this will be about my Sherlock collection. First of all, I want to say that when I looked through like everything I have with Sherlock or I associate with Sherlock, I was like, oh my god, why I have so much? Like, this is just entertainment stuff, so, well, the pile of it. So, to start off, let's take my hat, this deer stalker, or death frisbee if you want. And yeah, here you have the tag inside, and as you might see, it is made in England because I bought it when I was there a few years ago at Madame Tussauds. So yeah, I really like it. I don't use it that often, but yeah, now when I start university and I actually have like a coat, yeah, definitely more. So this I don't even know like how many people actually care about it, but here I have earrings that is, yeah, that sort of works. It is an otter that has the asexual flag on a cake. So many people don't really care about it, but Sherlock is one of the most famous asexual characters of like all time. Even though, I mean, asexual was like a recognized thing during the 1800s, but it didn't like become part of the LGBTQ until like 2011. And I dropped the thing that I'm supposed to have at the back of my earring. Great, I have to fix that later. More clothes. So this is an Otter Sherlock t-shirt I have. I just bought it out of Amazon and there was like a lot of different animals that you could pick from as Sherlock. But if you're part of the fandom, you know that the joke is that Sherlock in the BBC series is a otter and John Watson, his companion, is a hedgehog. Which brings me to the last thing that isn't actually Sherlock, just something I associate it with. I have a hedgehog plush that I bought on my way to England, and I call him Jotson. If you wonder about the name, it's just John Watson, Jotson, yeah. You know, not copyrighted. Either way, I bought him, and I mean, when I went to England, it was like years ago, and yet I have not bought an otter plush yet. So, I know, I'm way behind. So, just gonna check one last time for back of the earring thing.
2,000 years later.
And I didn't see it, so let's move on. Yeah, let's start with what other like things people don't usually care about when they visit my YouTube channel. By the way, new subscribers, thank you and welcome. I hope you enjoy this. So, what videos haven't really gone that well for me? Funko Pop. So, this is the BBC version of Sherlock. And he has his skull that he talks to instead of having friends. And I mean, I like it. I like it quite a lot. And just as last time, as I have done before, I will try and look up estimated worth in Swedish crowns, but you know, Funko hates me. So now I can see, but I don't see a price point, which was a bit disappointing because, I mean, it's always fun to like be able to look at an estimated value, at least for me. But yeah, so what do I think about it? I mean, it definitely like fits how he is portrayed in at least the first 2 seasons, you know. Later on, his dear friend John Watson becomes too big of a part. This one is loose, so I can move the head. But honestly, not that bad. And it's not a bobblehead, so you guys already know that I like it more. And I have another one. Not my favorite character, but I thought it would be nice. Mycroft Holmes, his brother. The first thing I want to say is that this pops off like all the time. Like the moment I lift him up, it usually falls down. But now when I make a YouTube video for you guys, it's nice. It's being nice to me. But yeah, I do like the pose. Like, as you guys can see, it is an unusual pose with his umbrella. Head can also move, but yeah, you know. Surprising. I do like the details. You can't see that much, but there is some details. When it comes to the character Mycroft Holmes, I'm really not impressed. Like, he's the government. Like, I don't really care that much. At least in the BBC series, they really portrayed him as annoying. So, yeah. So now, what probably most people have been waiting for these 8 minutes. I will start on the entertainment stuff, so you know, like books, movies, TV series. So I will start off with this old school. Well, it's not actually old school, but it was first written in the 1800s. And it is The Adventure of Sherlock Holmes and the Adventure of the Speckled Band. So I will not like spoil anything for you guys. I hope. That light, I can't. So this version has a very large text. So yeah. Yeah, here we go. So this was published in 2016, and it was originally published in a book in England in 1892. Deservedly republished many times since. So this edition has the copyright of 2016. And the greatest detective that the world has ever known, Sherlock Holmes. So this one is very short, like with this large text is like 92 pages, and as you can see, it's very big. You know, you can probably give this a 7-year-old and they can read it. So, overall, thinking for my part, it was a nice story, though it was very anticlimactic when they figure out like the criminal, like the reason why they got the job. And this follows the point of view of John Watson, so you don't actually get to know the thoughts that Sherlock Holmes have. It's just what he tells his dear friend. That's all you get to know. And well, the relationship is very glamorized compared to like the movies and the TV series, where it's more like, oh god, Sherlock, I am so annoyed with you. That's like John Watson after he gets to know Sherlock. But yeah, it is good, and if you're like me that you just want to buy something to feel a little bit better about having something from the Sherlock Holmes original stories, I do recommend it, because it's short, it's interesting, and I mean, I find it a bit fun actually following John's point of view, even though it would be a bit more interesting with Sherlock. So, yeah. The next two I will take as a bundle. The Sherlock Holmes movies. So, this one was released in... Yeah, hold on a moment, like I'm bad. Okay, so this was released in 2009. And this one was released in 2011. And as you guys can see, as I've seen in one other video, that 2010 was like the difference within like movies and stuff. Well, here you go, like after 2010 the Blu-ray became a bit more popular here. But what do I actually think about these movies then? Well, I won't actually go into like details and you know that. Mostly because I haven't seen them in a while, so I don't fully remember which is which in, you know, stuff that happened. But, I mean, it is iconic, that's why it's gonna get another movie. You know, like these are amazing. And if you have seen the train scene, where Sherlock Holmes has dressed up as a woman, obviously the best scene ever. But yeah, they're very interesting. You do get the Sherlock Holmes feeling. I would say a little bit more like action-like than, for example, like this one. So, but I mean, it is a movie, it's supposed to be interesting, so I don't blame them. And you do get Irene Adler, with which I would say is the only interest Sherlock Holmes will ever have. But yeah, they're very good. You do get a modernized feeling of Sherlock Holmes, and if you have heard of Sherlock Holmes but don't really know if you like it or not, I would recommend watching these movies first, just to get like a modern, old school feeling of it. And if you like Sherlock Holmes and haven't watched them, definitely do. This is definitely part of the Sherlock Holmes fandom should watch, according to me, my own opinion. Because like you get a bit of the feeling, like in the first one you get with Irene Adler, and in the second one you get John Watson, and that he actually gets a wife. Believe it or not. So this I think I will take 2 at a time. I just gotta see here what they're actually... Okay. Yeah, you get the episodes on the back of it, so... These are the first 2 seasons of Sherlock. The first time I actually watched this BBC series was when it arrived on Netflix, which probably is very usual. So in the first one we have the mysteries that is A Study in Pink, The Blind Banker and The Great Game. And here we first get to know, like, oh wow, here we have Sherlock Holmes, a modern version, and, well, a little bit of a spoiler, but John is like, oh my god, amazing. While this one that is A Scandal in Belgravia, I haven't actually heard the pronunciation of that, so excuse me. The Hounds of Baskerville and the Reichenbach Fall. Here we have a bit more on the arch enemy. We get a bit of Irene Adler. And we get John starting to be very done with Sherlock's attitude. But yeah, like, this whole series I highly recommend for anyone that is interested in anything detective-like. Like, you don't even have to like Sherlock to enjoy that, I would say. So now when Snabba Cash has gotten its own series on Netflix, maybe you can check it out. Yes, Snabba Cash I had to read for my school, the university course this summer. I guess it's called Fast Cash in English, but that is also the reason why I have a book about Sherlock Holmes. I actually had to read it for one of the categories in the course, so yeah. But either way, the next 2 seasons. That was not the season. My bad. Seasons. But now you know which one that will be. So, as you guys can see, it's very different. Like, this one fits the first 2, and this one is just completely different. So, here we have the empty hearse, the sign of 3, and his last wow. Whoa. Please do not kill me. I know I said that really bad. This one doesn't even say like this. Why they not say what the episode is called? That actually pisses me off. But yeah. I guess this will be a little bit more of a mystery here. So here we have a little bit of a spoiler, but not too much. Sherlock has come back after a certain vacation, and John Watson has found his wife and they're getting married. And someone except for the Holmes family has the same ability of mind palace as them. And with this one, I just have to read. Okay, so this is still. Here we have a bit more about the wife. Because, yeah, you know. Wait, what? Yeah, so here we get to know about another sibling of the Holmes family. we get to know a bit about John's wife. Well, you did get to know a lot in the last one, but here we get a little bit more and a bit more drama, if you want. And I would say it is a very good ending to it all. They could come up with another season, but it would be a disappointment because of the ending of this. But yeah, as you can see, this is more dystopia season compared to the last ones. Though now when I see aesthetic wise, it's not that different, so cool. And then we have the single episode, the movie, whatever you want to call it, because the first thing I have to say with the series, each episode is 1.5 hours, so if you're one of those that watch 20 minutes episodes in one and just watch one each time, those are not for you. But if you're like me, that you binge watch episodes, you can easily watch a movie during dinner or something, yeah, if you're interested, I highly recommend. And this one, The Abominable Bride. So this is, as I said, old school. This one is set, so it is basically between the 3rd and 4th season, though you can see it after the 4th season. But I would not recommend watching it before any other season. So my recommendation is either between 3rd and 4th or after the 4th. But this is their characters, their portrayal of the Sherlock in 1895, where most of it was probably written. And I don't even know if The Abominable Bride is a legit story. I know most of the other episodes are, but I would guess, and that it was released in 1895. So this do have a few, it is its own, but in the full season you do get a bit of comments related to this one. So it is better if you do watch it before the 4th season. And now the last thing that I have to take one at a time, but I will show you first all of them. I have the Sherlock Holmes manga. So the only thing I will show you is Irene Adler in the last one I have. So this one I bought in England, and as you can see, it is the first episode, A Study in Pink. This is the style. Though John's nose is very round, you can't really see it here. So I will try and just show you quickly. As you can see here, it's quite round, but that's fine. If you're like me, that you enjoy manga, you enjoy the the Sherlock Holmes series and all that, highly recommend. I bought the first 3 in England. I definitely don't I don't regret it at all. Yeah, I can read some here, this is a must-have. meet Sherlock Holmes and Watson for the first time all over again. This graphic novel adapts A Study in Pink, the first episode of the smash hit Heartswood film TV show starring Benedict Cumberbatch as Holmes and Martin Freeman as Watson. So yeah, like it follows the episodes. So yeah, like it is a complete like rip-off of the series. Though Mark Gatiss, that has been part of the making in the Sherlock Holmes series, have also been part of this, so it is official. And then we have a scandal in whatever, you know, the one I haven't actually know how to talk. Yeah. Writer Stephen Moffat, co-creator Mark Gatiss. So it is official, it is part of the whole thing, don't worry. Okay, first of all, I want you guys to like see Mycroft. Like that picture of him is oh yeah, if you want to like join, or if you have joined the Sherlock Holmes, that's my Tamagotchi, it's still alive. But if you are part of the Sherlock Holmes fandom, or if you're planning on joining, I highly recommend that you look up like Mycroft memes, because the one about like the typical face of bitterness and that, it's amazing. I can't. Oh yeah, here we get both to see Irene Adler and the round nose of John Watson. Yeah, I'm trying, guys. I'm really trying. Yeah, as you guys can see very badly, she is good looking in this. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. And there you have the round nose of Jan. So yeah, sadly, this is in 2 parts. I don't know why. I think the second part has yet to be released. I am unsure. Don't. But yeah, that's it, guys. I don't really have much else to say, but I do recommend Sherlock Holmes for anyone that is interested in detective stuff, or you know, like just similar things. And if you want more close to the books, or just a first feel of the more old school, I would say the movies. If you're interested but usually watch like modern TV shows and don't really feel that steampunk 1800 Victorian vibe, the TV show. Or if you really want to and you go from the anime, I recommend the manga, because I think it's a very good step just to like get the feel of it. I mean, if you usually watch like anime and you don't usually have a feeling for like TV shows, read the manga. If you read manga, and see if the TV show can be something for you. Because as said, this is just of the TV show in manga format. So, if you guys like this at all, please like, subscribe, you know, because apparently people are actually enjoying some of my videos, and I'm really happy about that. The next time will be about Supernatural and Doctor Who. And I am unsure about that, but if any of you do want to see me making a review of Hannibal, because I do have the TV show and I have the cooking book, I have seen at least one of the movies, I know that for sure. And I have read The Red Dragon. So if you want that on review by me, please do comment it down below, and see you next time.